I didn't know where it would go. I just figured, work on it and do the best I can, which is what I always did. I had no, formula to go a certain place. We did what we could. The reason I went into business because I figured out along the way that what I was doing for this other guy, there's no reason. I don't need him. I can do better by myself. So that started the company. The guy, I actually started the company in the same building where I was working for this other guy. And the customers knew me for many meetings over the years there, so they would, instead of going downstairs, they come upstairs to where I was.
Now your old employer offered you a partnership.
Yeah.
On your way out the door.
Well, it's too late now. Too late. Yeah. I turned the administration over to the 4 sons that I have here. They seem to be doing a pretty good job.
I just like to say I appreciate the opportunity that I was given. So it's
Lenard,
it's a wonderful trade.
He laid that groundwork to start that business, and you find out that when you start getting into something, you find out you're good at it, and then you just keep growing on that, what he began. And it really helped him because he didn't have to go out and find someone to do it. He had brothers, he had sons, and it just made the business take off. And in this country, that's an amazing thing to do as a family, to be able to keep that going without having problems, without, getting in the way of each other, realizing that we can make a life for ourselves for a long period of time.
He gave us that really good gift of a good work ethic. He taught us the good work ethic so we could carry this on.
Yeah, so how many years did he work till like midnight or beyond?
Right. And we picked that up too many times. You didn't go home. You didn't have second shifters. You just worked until the job was done.
It couldn't have been easy having 12 kids, and then that's really is the fun part of the story is he quit his job. Lenard quit his job when he was 40 with 12 kids at home.
Yeah, imagine doing that with a household.
It's a pretty cool story.
Right.
And whenever I think of the founding of the company, I can't help but think of the founding of the country and what the founders did. And they were opportunists is what they were. I mean, there's 2,000 miles of water between us and them, so the opportunity to start a new country was pretty obvious. And in this country, Lenard, he believed in God, and he believed in family, and he had to support that family. So he went into business. So pretty responsible guy.
Yeah, none of us went on to have such a large family, and he did that and had faith to do it.
But you got to give thanks to God because his faith is deep.
Yeah, it's real simple. God said he would provide everything you need. You just go to work. No idle hands.
God loves working, man.
He prospers by the work of his hands. That's what he's done.
What are you proud?
I was in the different business before I came here. I worked at automotive. I worked with more people. I didn't do this much of on-hand type stuff.
You did Formica, right?
I did a lot of different
countertops
jobs, and then I eventually came back to here. My father gave me another job. Yeah. Our father looking at us, and now we'll be looking at our sons doing it.
No, I think it's good that our grandfather was able to take a risk essentially and start a business, and that we all had the opportunity to come here. And
I was very grateful for being able to work here. I mean, it's great working with the family. I think we all pretty much like each other, so we all hang out outside of work still and have no problems with each other. So I don't know. It's a nice work environment being able to work with the family together. I did go to UW-Milwaukee for mechanical engineering, and I'm grateful to be able to use my engineering degree here, and I do design work for designing our rubber injection molding.
College and school wasn't good for me, so to have this opportunity to work here was a big deal, and I'm not sure what I would have done if this wasn't what I was doing, or kind of had the direction that my dad set in front of me to do. So
I think that being raised how we all were, Catholic faith, Christian faith, we all learn the same thing, treat others as you will be treated, and that's how this business is pretty much, that's been the cornerstone of this company. I mean, our grandfather Lenard, he always did that, treated everyone how he wanted to be treated, and I think that everybody here is happy, employees seem happy, we're happy, and
And you know, faith's a good thing. It's something you can turn to when you feel like no one's there to, you know, give you that boost. You can definitely turn to faith for that extra motivation.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
another
it's obvious.
thing going back to the 50 years. I mean, that's 50 years of American manufacturing. There's really not that many businesses in America that can really say that. And you know,
I mean, hopefully we're all blessed and lucky enough that we can keep this rolling for 25 more years, 50 more years, who knows? I mean, it's hard to get anything 50 years, so it's going to be hard to get 50 more, but I think we're all going to try.
I think that's the plan.
Why wouldn't we?
even if you're not technically family, you don't hold the Shill's name, you're treated as such, and you can see by like the average of how long a non-family member has worked here.
I came to Lenard Tool in 1993, and I came through an interview through a temp agency. I was looking for an entry-level position and using AutoCAD, and didn't know much about mold making, but that was okay. When I talked to Lenard at the time, he said, I don't want you to know a lot about mold making. I'd rather you come in with an empty mind and I'll tell you everything you need to know about mold making. I just need you to be able to make drawings, because at the time Lenard was making a lot of the drawings and using graph paper, and he would just kind of put enough information on the sheet of paper that the guys would take the information and then run with it on the shop. So I'm one of the non-family members that works here, but one of the things that I remember in the interview process with Lenard is he said, I got a lot of family members working here, but I'll make sure I treat you just like family here. You don't have to worry about that. So,
well, it would be fair to everybody. Obviously, it didn't make a difference if they were family or not. They got the same treatment, yeah, sure. The same considerations.
That's exactly what I've found working here, and why I'm still here 25 years later, is because I feel like I'm treated like family, and it's a great place to work for. And family is important to me. My faith is very important to me, and that's one thing I appreciate about Lenard Tool and Machine, is that there's a strong sense of faith and family here. Obviously with Lenard, with the large family he has, and the fact that he has all these family members working for him, but I've also just working with Lenard and his sons over the years have come to find that faith is really important for them too, and really believe that God has blessed the company, and you could just have that sense of that. Country is important. We live in a country where we have the opportunity to be able to, like Lenard, be able to start a company and be able to bring people like me in to have a job and be able to make a career out of.
I want you to meet Jim Ulrich.
I started with Ritus in 1981, and then joined Injectech about 16 years ago. So I've known Jerry for many years, you know.
That's almost 40 years, yeah. Yeah, so.
A long time in the industry.
Jim's been buying our tools for a long time, and we appreciate him as a customer. He claims we do good stuff, but maybe he should tell you.
Well, our goal has always been to surround yourself with the experts in the field. If you can't do it internally, what you want to do is surround yourself with people that's their expertise. And we know whenever Jerry and his team of people provides Injectech with a mold, it's going to run the way it should run. So that's a very big plus for us, and a very big plus for our customers. We're a rubber molder. We do, it's probably about 60% automotive. The majority of the tooling that Jerry produces for us, it's all injection molding. It's all rubber injection molding, and all higher cavitation. So we need fast running, good running, quality tools. Very precise in automotive, everything's becoming tighter tolerances. So the quality of the tooling and the precision of the tooling is very important. We've been blessed to have Jerry as our main tool supplier for quite a few years.
We consider Jim as a friend because he brings in donuts every now and then, and Chris appreciates that a lot.
Oh yeah,
we need
Chris
to
and
fatten
Brandon
him up a little bit because he's too skinny.
They have to have their crawlers. You see, because it's family business, you get to know everyone that's here. You get to work with them. They know you a little bit outside of the shop also. You get to know a little bit about their families. And when you come in and talk to someone about a project, you know it's not just going to be somebody new that doesn't understand what's going on. They really understand what Injectech is looking for, and it makes the process go much smoother.
And Jim works with myself and Rick and Chris now, but he originally worked with Lenard back in the day, and then he of course moved on to the Sons. But yeah, he's been around a long time. We consider him a friend, and he's excellent in his field.
Thank you.
Tech is one of the more progressive companies that we know of, and they've always been there at the cutting edge of technology, and we appreciate them a lot.
Well, thank you. And we feel the same way about Lenard Tool. I remember many meetings where it's Rick and Jerry and Lenny, and we all get together and we throw ideas out, and it takes about 15-20 minutes, and usually everyone comes back around at the end and we come up with a great idea. So it's been very good, very good.
Well, I started out buying a business from an old guy and was retiring. He had everything in there, although it was a bunch of junk, lathes and drill presses and whatnot. My first new machine was a manual machine. And then shortly after that, the CNCs came out, and they were brand new. Nobody had them. We were amongst the first to put in such a machine and learn how to run it, because we had to go to school to learn how to run it. It's work, but if it's good to work, if you enjoy it, don't feel like work.
This is the rain tile mold. If you've seen the cola commercials for the rain tile, that's what this is, and they show it in the commercial. And what this does is it lays rubber over this plastic substrate on both sides. Well, this is actually in here. That will go on top of there, and then this is run in a horizontal press, so it's actually run sideways. These plates have heaters in them, and they plug when they put it in the press, they plug it in, and then it heats it up to about 350 degrees, and that's how they cure the rubber. The rubber goes in cold, the mold cures it. But as you can see, these are very large tools. You go from something that large to something this small, and even smaller. This forms a cuff, and the operator, these plates are mounted, this is the upper one, this runs vertically. So the operator would flip this out after it molds, and he would pull the rubber balloons off. Then he would flip this back in. This is mounted up here, it comes down, it closes, it injects, it goes through the runner, fills the part up, and this is a thin walled balloon. It's only about 15 thousandths of actual thickness of rubber. A very simple design. The operators like it because they don't handle the cores, they can flip them out. And this is hot, this is 300 degrees, 320 degrees. So they just pop these off, they flip it back in, hit the button, and run, cycle again. It opens 3 plates. And what they do is they put a little cylinder inside here, and they put a little bit of rubber around each end to form a seal. So they have a substrate that's steel, and it needs a rubber seal on each end, and that's what this is doing here. The insert is held in here, in this plate, and again, this is the same as this. It just has it at both ends, and that's how that works.
Excellent.
They are there, they are capable, which is a wonderful thing. They're all good mechanics.
Well, that's the key. You got to show them you got to do the work.
Super mechanics. They can do the work, and they do work now that I couldn't dream of.
Well, that's because the machines are better.
Yeah, they got the equipment. And he keeps buying machines. Well, we didn't plan them. They came naturally, and of course we tried to space them a little bit. We did what we could, but we're Catholics, so we had to be careful. They all came from God, And yeah, we had a lot of fun with the kids. Reagan. Who else is there? I mean,
Well,
it's no contest.
Like
we took advantage of the laws as they were, favoring the business, favoring starting a business and building it. And that was like write-offs for new equipment. There was a certain amount of write-off just to converse with them, to look things over, to tour the shop, see how it's going, and to do my paperwork that I have piling up. And even today, I can never get it all in. I got to go to the barbershop, I got to go to the doctor, and I got to go to the bank. And now I'm talking to him and wasting a lot of time here.